right there. Greatest books of all time. Be the judge yourself. Because when you open these books up, you guys are going to be blown away. So much comprehensive, detailed information that you have to kind of like take a moment and digest what you're receiving with these books. Absolutely incredible. So I just want you guys, I'm really excited. I can't even believe it. I can't believe it. The Brain Saver books are here. You guys, I'm gonna have to do the robot on this. Brain Saver books are here. Brain Saver books are here. Brain Saver, Brain Saver, Brain Saver, Brain Saver, Brain Saver. You guys, I'm serious. Okay, let's just get into it. By the way, I just have to tell you right now, Brain Saver Challenge is going to be at noon Eastern time today, 9 o'clock Pacific, and you're only going to be able to view that challenge for 24 hours. It's a 4-day challenge. Did you find the link, or are you signed up to it? And it's free, but you can only see it for 24 hours. All right. Each video is up for 24 hours. There's 4 of them. There are going to be 4 of them. This Brain Saver Challenge is coming up. Wait till you see that because I'm digging into the books. All right, look. I don't even know where to start with these because they're packed. They're loaded. And what I mean, the greatest health books of all time. I mean, Cleanse to Heal has saved so many lives already, right? Liver Rescue has saved so many lives. Medical Medium Book 1. New edition, saved so many lives already. We already know that. But this is what's needed right now. So let's just go into it a little bit. Your pain and suffering enlightened. Take a look at that for a second. Your pain and suffering enlightened, right? Just incredible information. So what does that mean? Everyday brain and health maintenance, aches and pains, addiction, Addison's disease, ADHD, age spots, alcohol withdrawal, ALS, Alzheimer's, amnesia, anemia, aneurysms, ankylosing spondylitis, anorexia, anxiety, anxiousness. It goes on and on. I'm just scratching the surface here, okay? Aphasia, praxia, arrhythmia, arterial sclerosis, arthritis, atheroma, it goes and goes and goes. AFib, auditory processing disorder, autism, autoimmune disorders and diseases, avoidant restrictive food intake disorder, ayahuasca recovery. Ayahuasca recovery is in here. So many people are desperate for recovery from that. I'm not putting shade on anything. I'm just saying it's for the people that need it desperately. If you're where you are and you're happy and fine. But it's for the people that are now screaming, I need recovery from it. Anyway, so I'm just listening to the people. All right, balance issues, Bell's palsy, binge eating disorders, bipolar disorder, bloating, blood clots, blood draw problems, blurred vision, body buzzing and humming, body dysphoric, brain abscesses, brain aging, brain cancer, brain fog, brain inflammation, brain lesions. You guys, I can't even scratch the surface to the Brain Saver books. This is Brain Saver Protocols, which is incredible, absolutely insane. So if you're not hooked onto these yet, take a look. Go to Amazon, right to Amazon, or wherever you bookstores or whatever, and just take a look when you can, right? So I'm just touching this breast implant illness, bulimia, burning hot feeling with no fever, burning sensations in the mouth, burning sensations on the skin, burnout, bursitis, buzzing in ears, caffeine withdrawal, calcifications in the brain, which so many people have, by the way, canker sores, carpal tunnel syndrome, Castleman disease, celiac disease, cerebral atrophy, cerebral hypoxia. I'm just saying, that's how excited I am that answers are going to be getting to people, which is unbelievable. Brain shot therapy cleanses in here, the new brain shot therapy, the medical medium tool brain shot. When you try the brain shots, you're just going to be like, what was that? What was that? My God, I don't even know what to say. I'm just so excited about this, right? So I'll just read a little bit more about just some of the stuff in this book. Chemical and food sensitivities, chest tightness, chewing difficulties, chocolate and cacao withdrawal. Just saying. You know any people that need that are like desperate for that because they go and they just they eat the chocolate down again and they know they shouldn't. Another bar. They're at the grocery store. They buy 2 more chocolate bars and they need this withdrawal, chronic anger disorder, chronic fatigue, immune dysfunction, chronic inflammatory demyelinitis. I mean, you name it. Now I know I'm stumbling over my words right now because I'm so excited and I'm going probably too quick. But I want you guys to know this is just an epic moment in our history. And I can say that because I can have an opinion because remember, this came from above. It's all original, unique. It came from above. You guys know that if you know medical medium information, and I can judge it myself. I have the right to judge it myself. And by far, greatest information of all time on the brain that will ever hit the scene and for years to come. And I'm excited. So let's talk a little bit more about it right here. Chronic mystery guilt, coffee withdrawal, cold flu and C, cold hands and feet, cold sensitivity, C. You guys know what C means, right? Like C because you can't say that word on here and then everything just gets crazy. Cold sensitivity, cold sores, concussion recovery side effects, connective tissue diseases that people have, cranial nerve atrophy, cranial nerve inflammation, Crohn's disease, crooked jaw feeling. I mean, who has that in any books? I mean, I'm just asking myself that question. Who has crooked jaw feeling in any medical, like any health book? There's eat better books out there, but they don't talk about any of that. Cushing's disease, cystic fibrosis, dark spots on the brain. How many people get MRIs and they've got this mystery dark spot on the brain? Dark tongue, discoloration, right? You guys, if you just got on here, I'm talking about the Brain Saver books that are out this week. Lock onto one when you can. I'm reading just a little bit. Like I could sit here probably for 24 straight hours and not even scratch the surface of just a section of this book. These books, both these books, because it was one big one. It had to be cut in half. You guys know the story, some of you. Dementia, depersonalization, depression. Let's keep on going, okay? Dermatitis, Devick's disease, difficulty coping. That is incredible all on its own. Dizziness, drooping face, dysautonomia, dyslexia, dysphagia, dysphoria, eating disorders, comprehensive, detailed chapter on eating disorders with mind-blowing advanced information about eating disorders that will just blow your mind when you crack into that chapter. So I just want to tell you right there a little bit. Ectopic heartbeat, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, electric shock to the head feeling. Now, one thing about the Brain Saver books, they're so detailed, so comprehensive, and they have so many symptoms and conditions that the chronically ill have to be it has to be justified what they're going through and the symptoms and the understanding. It's good to see you guys. I see you guys on Instagram with your comments right now. You have butterflies, and all of this matters when it comes down to it. These symptoms matter, right? And electric shock to the head feeling. So many people have electric shocks to the head feeling. That's a symptom that the medical establishment's not even talking about. It's like, what? There's so many people dealing with it, right? Encephalitis, encephalopathy, energy issues, epilepsy. Chapter in here on epilepsy, okay? And seizures. That is something that's really important. Epstein-Barr virus, right? Epstein-Barr virus reactivated. Late stage, early stage, and reactivated. I mean, how cool. Excessive sweating, extreme fatigue, right? So, and there's an OCD chapter that's mind-blowing in the Brain Saver books. An OCD chapter, a bipolar chapter, Alzheimer's chapter. Even if you don't have Alzheimer's and you're not worried, you want to read the chapter because it blows your mind because you'll know the cause of Alzheimer's in detail. And you got to check it out, right? There's a section about epilepsy in here, too. That's the whole key. Excessive sweating, extreme fatigue, eyeball unusual movements. So many people with neurological problems have eyeball problems. So their eyeballs are moving in different directions. They're having a difficult time with that, right? So eye floaters, eye focused issues, facial pain, fainting, fatigue, fever blisters, fibromyalgia, flu, fluttering in the ears. So many people get the fluttering, focus and concentration issues, food poisoning, food sensitive. I don't even know what to say. I'm not even scratching into the symptoms and conditions. But what you'll learn with the Brain Saver books, hands down, you will not find any of this anywhere else. Now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 50 years from now, unless it's poached from here, just like other stuff is poached from the MM books, right? But you're not going to find this information about the brain, the most comprehensive brain information ever to hit the scene. And I'm just letting you know right now. It's really an exciting time. So you got the Brain Saver Protocols book right here, jammed pack. You got the Brain Saver book right here. So I want to show you guys. And this is really a special time in history. When you feel the book, they're alive. There's a difference. There's books that are dead. They're dead books, dead material, dead words. And then there's books that are alive. And you can feel the energy, you can feel the life to them, and you can feel that they're living words. And when you start reading about the soul in these books, and when you start there's even meditations in these books that are just mind-blowing, right? When you start reading and getting into it, you can feel the energy. You can feel the living words. And you know in your heart, as you're reading this advanced information from above, that this is life in here. These are alive, not dead words on a page and not dead books. So, food sensitivities, food poisoning, forgetfulness, frozen shoulder, gas pains, gastric spasms, gastritis, gastroparesis, mild, gastroparesis, severe. Green tea, matcha tea, and black tea withdrawal. People are crying for that, so I want to make sure it's here for them. Guillain-Barré, gum pains and spasms. How many people have gum pain? They can't even get an answer for it. Headaches, hearing loss. I mean, I could be here all day going through this book. Let me go to Medical Medium Brain Shot Therapy, which is an incredible resource at everyone's fingertips pretty soon. Once you hold the book in your hand, the Brain Shot Therapy. I mean, if I was sick, and I knew this existed, I would just be like jumping on it. So Brain Shot Therapy is in a whole thing on its own. There's a Brain Shot Therapy cleanse. It's a new medical medium tool. Powerful. The brain shots, you make them yourself, right? With the ingredients that are actually organized in this book from above. And they're for quick acting relief, but they hit you right away. And when they hit you, you feel it rush through your body, the Brain Shot therapies. And there's a Brain Shot therapy. There's 7 Brain Shot therapy cleanses. There's 7 heavy metal detox cleanses, which I'm going to go into in a little bit too as well. So I'm just going through here. These are the brain shots right here. Brain shots are shifters, stabilizers, okay? So you got shifters, you got stabilizers, and you got exposures. So you have 10 brain shots for specific exposures. You got 10 brain shots for stabilizers, and you got 10 brain shots for shifters. So you have 30 altogether. And then you got the Brain Shot Therapy cleanses out of those 30 brain shots. And when you embark into this and you customize it the way you want it through the book and what it offers, and you can do those brain shots to shift and stabilize. So to stabilize the brain, to shift the brain, it's a big deal. Make sure you sign up to the Brain Saver Challenge. It's coming up. It's coming up in a few minutes, okay? And you'll see me make some of the brain shots. It's going to be exciting. So when you sign up to the Brain Saver Challenge coming up, I'm going to be making some of the brain shots on that challenge. The challenge is a 4-day challenge. It's 4 videos. It's for free. Sign up to it, but you only got 24 hours to watch them. The link is in the description, and the link is in the profile. I'm happy for you guys because when you guys just use some of this stuff, you know, the amount of work that's gone into this and the amount of sacrifice that I've had. You know what's worth it? What's worth it is connecting to you guys, knowing, like, when I getting ready for bed and I try to rest and I'm like, okay, all right, I'm excited about everything, excited about everybody getting that information, having that. Like, what's going to happen, I ask myself, when someone actually experiences the stabilizers, experiences the shifters? I'm like, it's going to be an entirely incredible, awesome experience. It really is. So I see you guys commenting on TikTok. I see you guys commenting on Instagram. I'm just trying to get the information out as fast as I can. I want to answer some questions, and we'll do a lot of that in the future, by the way. But I see you guys. I see your some of your questions, and I see some of your comments. I just want you to know. And over there too, on Facebook, on YouTube, I see your comments as well. And I'm honored you guys are here. Truly am. And are you guys, where can we sign up? A link is in the description, okay, for the Brain Saver Challenge. Don't miss it. Why miss it? It's 4 days. It's free. Sign up for it. Make sure you're there, okay? And it's just incredible. Okay, so brain shot therapy, I'm in it now, and you got the brain shot therapy cleanse. You got the exposure shots, right? Guys, just bear with me. There's so much information in here. And another thing too, I'm actually doing a light infusion meditation on the 4th day of the Brain Saver Challenge. So I'm actually going to do with you guys a light infusion meditation on the 4th day of the Brain Saver Challenge. Today's the 1st day of the Brain Saver Challenge. Don't miss out. Sign up. It's free. It's going to be incredible. I'm just going through some of the shots. That's a pathogen exposure shot right there. So a pathogen exposure shot. That's what happens like when people, they get into a new relationship and they might have been just exposed, or they're in a public bathroom and they think they got exposed, right? And you know, the pathogen exposure shot, or you're around somebody with the flu or right? You're around somebody with either or. And then that's a pathogen, okay? Here's one right here. There's a toxic fragrances shot for people that had just got totally bombarded with air fresheners, perfumes, colognes, fragrances, perfumes, all that stuff. Chemicals in the grocery stores, cleaning chemicals, anything like that, right? Toxic fragrance exposure shot, negative energy exposure shot. You're around somebody and they've totally bummed you out, totally stressed you out, brought you down. They totally beat you down. And you go and you do this shot and boom, right? Okay? Mold exposure shot. So you got a mold exposure shot right there. That's an incredible one all on its own. You guys, if I was to, okay, here's what's crazy about the Brain Saver books. If there wasn't 2 books here packed with volumes of information, and all it was just 1 page in the Brain Saver book, and it was mold exposure shot, it would still be worth it. Still be worth it. That's how incredibly packed and detailed the information is in here. You just signed up? Amazing. Amazing. When you guys try these brain shot therapies, there's nothing like them. And you will have an experience of a lifetime. Of a lifetime. Where do you get the books? Go to Amazon. That's a place to get it right there. Go to Amazon. If you're overseas, Book Depository. There's other places too. Bookstores, Barnes, whatever. Link is in the description. If nothing else and all you did was the mold exposure shot, it would be worth it. Oh, yo, EMF and 5G exposure shot. I forgot that was even in there because there's so much information in these books. EMF and 5G exposure shots. Wait till you try it. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Oh, traveling much? Anybody traveling much? Right? Radiation exposure shot. And when you try it, you will be blown away. You traveling much? You soaking up all that radiation? But I talk in detail about radiation and EMF in these books too. You getting medical imaging? You guys anybody ever getting medical imaging at all? CAT scans, MRIs, whatever? Radiation exposure shot. And I was the first to say years ago, 20 years ago, that MRIs created radiation. And everybody said, no, MRIs don't. I mean, it's magnetic imaging. Is actually wrong. It creates radiation. You get radiation from MRIs. I was the first to say it. Finally, the info got out. It took a long time, and I had a beat down from it. Lots of beat downs, but it does. Remember, the early information about the stuff and the truth, and memory, origins, incredible. Radiation exposure shot. Traveling, boom. And so much. Toxic heavy metal exposure shot. If you think you got fresh exposure to metals, like fresh, you got the shot right there. Okay? Let's keep on going. It's endless. Anybody spraying your lawns? You got neighbors spraying? Apartment building being sprayed? Anything being sprayed with pesticides, lawn chemicals, fertilizers? Pesticide, herbicide, and fungicide exposure shot. Did you try on new clothes? Have you tried on new clothes, right? New clothes loaded with fungicides and air fresheners. That's what's happening now. When we buy new clothes, you literally, they come saturated in chemicals and nanotechnology. There's a pesticide, herbicide, and fungicide exposure shot in this book. It's mind-numbing, actually. Right? Your neighbor spray? I saw that. Whoa. Pharmaceutical exposure shot. Interesting. Sea trails exposure shot. Actual sea trails exposure shot. Looking up in the sky, anybody? Anybody looking up in the sky? Right? A shot is an actual drink. It's a drink. Shifter shots. Let's head into some shifter shots. Obsessive thoughts. Who's ever had to struggle with obsessive thoughts, right? How many people have struggled with the whole obsessive thought thing? Boom. Obsessive thoughts shifter. Do you know how many people wish they pray to God that there's an answer to break an obsessive thoughts? Like they're sitting there, they're laying on their mattress, and they're literally suffering because they can't break the stream of thoughts. It's literally torturing them. Obsessive thoughts shifter. I'll tell you right now, if you threw everything away in these books, threw all the books away, just that alone is worth just everything to someone. These are real for fast, instant relief while you work on the deeper causes. And that's the whole point. The books are packed with information to work on the deeper causes, to understand the deeper causes. But you've got instant relief. That's what's incredible. Mood shifter. Brett Winter says these shots would be on the AW bar and grill menu. Coming right up. What would you like? What would you like? Ma'am? Ma'am, did you and your husband have a good night's sleep here at AW Bar and Grill upstairs? In our hotel? In our incredible suites? Nerve shifter. Mr. Ferguson's not feeling well today? What's going on? He was on the toilet? Why? Okay. Nerve shifter. All right, I got to stop fooling around, you guys. This is an epic moment. Energy shifter, nerve shifter, food fear shifter. Denise Jones says, how do you reprogram subconscious mind with a drink? Oh my God, wait till you try it, because so much of our thoughts are from our physical brain. Physical brain having needs, our physical brain having problems. And so much of it is that. So yes, you can shift it, and that's what's incredible. Be the judge. Try it. Craving shifter. How many of you guys are cravings, going through cravings? Cravings, anybody? You're craving things. Can't break the cravings. Holidays are coming. By the way, great holiday gifts is the Brain Saver books. Both the Brain Saver books, incredible for a holiday gift. But how many people during the holidays are going to have the cravings? I can't tell you how many friends of me be like, break out the craving shifter. Break out the craving shifter. Boom, knock those cravings back. So you're not eating, 10 times the turkey stuffing and the butter, 10 times all of the fried food and everything else, whatever you're going to be. The cravings people are stuck with in the holidays. Cookies, cakes, donuts, all of that. Right? Pharmaceutical exposure shot. I was trying to tell you guys. You got to read between the lines. Anger shifter. Right? Lisa says, "Do I need a juicer?" Check out the MM900, MM1500. You want a juicer that saves money. Anyway, anger shifter right there. They're on sale. Guilt and shame shifter. I mean, seriously. Yeah, if you're going to be running out to get a juicer, you guys know I work with Omega, the best juicers, the MM900, the MM1500. They're on sale right now. So if you're going to go out and get a juicer, get one that actually is going to save you money because the cost of food are up. So you want to squeeze the juice out of everything so that you actually start paying for the juicer, like it pays for itself. People are actually saving money because of that. I know I have. Guilt and shame shifter right there. Cold Light Spring says, "I can't believe you put out this, Anthony." Ego shifter. You dealing with anybody with an ego, right? Big ego. Got some big egos out there, right? Right? If I feel my ego's getting out of control, I break out the ego shifter. Everybody's got their ego going. Everybody has an ego, right? If they, somebody the ego's just totally out of control, just get them the ego shifter. And guess what? When you knock back the ego shifter, you feel it. You feel it. I was getting too big for my britches the other day because I was so proud of these books, so proud of everything, so proud of how many people are going to heal around the world. Spirit of Compassion says, you need an ego shifter right now. I broke that baby out. I took it down. It humbled me right down. Right down. All right. Okay. This next one, just get ready for this. You guys into your dreams? Are you into dreams? You getting nightmares? You getting good dreams? You want good dreams? You want to get rid of bad dreams? You're not dreaming at all? Dreams mean something to you? Are you thinking dreams are spiritual? Whatever it is that's going on, whatever you believe in with your dreams, make sure you try the dream shifter before you go to bed. Knock down the dream shifter. And you watch what happens in your sleep. And you watch what happens in your dreams. How do I know this? Because A, I tried it. When you actually knock down the dream shifter before you go to bed, I'm just saying right now, look out. These are not big glasses of concoctions or shots. The reason why it's called shots is because they're this big. They're shots. This is the medical medium tool, the brain shot therapy and the brain shot therapy cleanse. When you actually take this in and use it, look out. These are the Brain Saver books. That's Brain Saver Protocols. That's Brain Saver, you guys. It's 2 books. Go to Amazon, go to the bookstores, whatever. All right. We're not done. I can't scratch what's in these 2 books. I'm only just talking about a little stuff. Get ready for this. Stabilizer shots. Now, what I love about the stabilizer shots, and I'm going to be making one for you guys during the Brain Saver Challenge coming right up. Sign up to the Brain Saver Challenge. It's 4 videos. You got 24 hours to watch it. I'm doing one today. Sign up. Links in the profile. Links in the description, right? But here's the stabilizer shots right here. Nerve gut acid stabilizer. So many people have nerve gut acid problems. They don't even know it because research in science and even functional medicine doctors don't understand that. Like the difference between the nerves and the gut and the acids and how they all work together. Just try the nerve gut acid stabilizer. Of course, ask your doctor what's right for you. Grab the books, take them to your doctor, and ask them what's right for you. Okay. This one's dear to me right here because I know what it's going to do for people. This one is Trauma, Shock, and Loss Stabilizer. So incredibly. So incredibly excited. Adrenal Fight or Flight Stabilizer. That's a big one right now. Right? First of all, the amount of cost that goes into these books. They're huge books. It costs double to just print these things. This is like a love kind of thing. You just want to do it no matter what. These are two massive books right here. Both of these are two massive books. Okay? It's not a pamphlet. People are going out there spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on medical help. Thousands on alternative medicine over the years, and thousands on courses. Do you know, I can break up these books. I didn't even have to put these books out, you guys. I could have broken them up and charged for courses. I could have charged $2,000 a course, $3,000 a course. Did you know the Brain Saver Challenge coming up today is free? That Brain Saver Challenge should be priced out, that's what everybody says to me. Anthony, AW, Medical Medium, you're just a dumb ass because you're supposed to price that stuff out. If people want to join the Brain Saver Challenge, let them pay $1,000 a piece and stop giving everything away. So when someone says your book is $40 or your book is whatever, or $39 or whatever, your book is $45, and I'm like, are you kidding me? People spend thousands upon thousands in alternative medicine. They're buying gadgets, they're buying courses, they're buying thousands in courses. Are you kidding me? The answers are in these books. I'm giving it away. There's something out there called, like, when people pay for stuff, they actually appreciate it, right? So when you give it all for free, they treat you like crap and they don't appreciate it. But I don't believe the medical medium community does that. I believe the medical medium community doesn't take the information and SOC and AW and medical medium for granted. I believe the medical medium community doesn't take the information for granted. They're smart enough to know about the $3,000, $5,000 courses. They're smart enough to know about the cost of being sick and everything out there. And they're smart enough to know that it costs to ship and print paper this big and a book this large and beautiful color paper. The medical medium community is smart enough. They're smart enough to know that it's for free and it shouldn't be shit on. It's for free. It shouldn't be taken for granted. All this stuff. And if something costs a little bit to get a book that's life-saving, that sits on your shelf for the next 30 years, then the MM community understands that. So when someone says, well, I don't want to pay for that, it's like, what? Okay, go then and go do. If I was a fly on the wall and saw what you paid for, all the courses you paid for, that Spirit of Compassion's telling me, and all the stuff you pay for out there, and all the things you buy, and all the things that you went through, and here you've got the answers right here. Burnout stabilizer. Here's something that's happening to people right now around the world. They're burnt out. Their brain is burnt out. And you got the burnout stabilizer. Medical Medium books, worth every penny. Thank you, Pearl. Worth every penny. Betrayal and broken. Here's one right here that's dear to my heart right here. I've been betrayed. Have you guys been betrayed before in your life? Have you been stabbed in the back? Have you been, like, let down? Has someone broke your trust? I'm just being honest. I can't pretend it didn't happen because then that's insulting to the person. Oh, don't worry about it. You weren't really betrayed. It's all in your head. Don't worry. Your trust wasn't broken. You're just too sensitive. Oh, don't worry. You weren't let down. You're just a wuss. Don't worry. No, people were let down. They're betrayed, broken up relationships, all kinds of stuff. And this is the betrayal and broken trust stabilizer right here. If I had to print these books myself, okay? If I had to print, and I didn't have the publisher to help me get these books out there in the world, I mean, it would be impossible. It would just be impossible. It's just, these are just incredible. Relationship breakup stabilizer. Here's the thing. If you had a breakup or a relationship breakup or something like that years ago in your life, like at one time in your life, there's still those wounds that get harbored down deep inside, even when you think they're not, and you think you move past it. Those wounds are still down in there. When it was a really bad breakup, when there was really a problem, when there was really a bad situation with all of that, it still kind of sticks to us for life, right? When we had a bad breakup, a divorce, a breakup, or some type of problem with a relationship, what happens is that it sticks with us. Or if we had one recently, the relationship and breakup stabilizer is incredible. Right there. Sleep and recharging stabilizer. Speaking your truth stabilizer, that's powerful. Finding your purpose stabilizer, right there. Finding your purpose stabilizer, right there. That's an incredible one on its own. You guys, Brain Saver, Medical Me and Brain Saver Challenge, it's coming up. It's happening. Did you sign up for it? Sign up for it so you can watch it. It's free. It's 4 days. Today's the first day right here. It's really exciting. I'm just talking about the brain shot therapy. I'm not talking about the 7 heavy metal detox cleanses. I'm not talking about the comprehensive metal information and how it works inside the brain. I'm not talking about so many things that are in the books, both of them, including meditations. They're packed, you guys. And back to symptoms and conditions. Lone says, you said at one point that it is sad that after a few generations, everything is forgotten. Yeah, it's so true. It's so true. And right now, we're in these like 5-year generations now. History's rewritten constantly. Constantly. Medical Medium put out the original information on so many things about Epstein-Barr and other stuff, and then they're just trying to rewrite history now. The medical clinics never knew anything about Epstein-Barr, but now they're actually rewriting things as if they did, and they're even backdating things. It's incredible how sinister the world really is. And yes, things get forgotten. And they get forgotten even in like a 5-year clip, 3-year clip. And then there's all these new people, and boom, there's these new people trying to sell all this gimmicky stuff. And it's like they just started eating better. And everybody forgets, like, where were they 5 years ago? It's just crazy how it works. Yeah, I know it's not making total sense because there's so much to talk about with that, but believe me, there's so much. So I'm in just symptoms and conditions right here, and it's endless. Humidity sensitivity, right? And I talk about all this, what I'm talking about inside the book. Heat sensitivity, Huntington's disease, hyperpigmentation. How many people are dealing with hyperpigmentation, impulse control issues, inflammatory myopathy, influenza, inner ear disease, insomnia? It keeps on going. There's so much here. Muscle weakness, muscle spasms. When you go in here, there's over 300 symptoms, conditions. And I explain in detail so many of them. Kesia says, which book will have info on cyclic vomiting syndrome for children? Pick up both books is what I recommend for everybody, because they were one book, one giant book, and we couldn't publish it. We couldn't. It was one giant book. It wasn't possible for the printer to print it out, and it couldn't be published. Had to break them into 2 massive books. Had to break them into 2. So just so you know, getting both books is really critical. Sure, you can start with one and then eventually get the other if you'd like, but I recommend getting them both because they were one huge, big book, and it's just how it rolled. When you're trying to help heal people with chronic illness and you're trying to understand what they're going through and you're trying to do them justice, you can't make pamphlets, Eat Better books that are just so many pages, and they're basically just Eat Better books that are pamphlets, and then start up a podcast and now you're an Eat Better doctor. You can't, on a podcast, you can't insult the chronically ill and then bring on guests that don't know what they're talking about chronic illness. It's like you have to treat the chronically ill with the utmost critical respect possible, and you have to understand what they've gone through, and you have to make sure you have answers for them. And so I couldn't make a Brain Saver pamphlet, Brain Saver small book. I had to make sure that we're talking about the brain, comprehensive detail information, and answers have to be there. So both the books are critical. I'm giving you guys just a rundown right now. All the details are in both these Brain Saver books. Listen to the Telegram message when you guys get a chance. So I did a Telegram message 2 days ago. If you can, please go and listen to that Telegram message. I was reading out of the Brain Saver book a little bit in the Telegram message. If you can get a chance, go check it out. Also, sign up for the Brain Saver Challenge. 4 days of it. It's free. And I still refuse at this moment even to not have big promotional companies, hire big marketing companies, hire big PR companies, charge everybody, make a paywall for everybody on my website. You guys, millions of people hit my website. Millions of people hit medicalmedium.com, and I don't have a paywall in the website. There's no paywall in the medicalmedium.com website. I get ostracized for not running advertisements in front of my podcast, and I get ostracized and beaten for not running advertisements in front of my YouTube, because it's about you guys and people who are suffering and struggling and sick. It's not about always banking. And it's also not about, all merch and merch and merch. I put up all the free info. It's free. It's not for me to create all this content to run a website. It is literally content that's only for you guys, and it's free. So I saw a question, what about children? Take the Brain Saver books to your doctor. Ask your pediatrician if they're right for your child. Absolutely. Take the Brain Saver books to your doctor, your practitioner, your healthcare provider, your pediatrician. It costs me a tremendous amount of money to create and build the website for you guys. To create, build the website, and not have a firewall to pay all the help. So here's how it works. You build up a website, you run a big firewall, a paywall, you charge everybody for subscription fees and courses and everything else, so you can pay the people who work for you and you can pay yourself and get rich or whatever. I refuse to make paywalls in all the medicalmedium.com. I refuse to be huge advertisers all in front of my podcast. Medical Medium Podcast, Health Podcast, is the #1 podcast. And I don't have advertisers in front of it and commercials. And trust me, I'm hated for it by the big bad wolves. Because you're supposed to, and I don't. I'm in it for you guys, to move forward and heal. Anyway, all right, Brain Saver Challenge, did you sign up? You're not going to be disappointed if you sign up to the Brain Saver Challenge, you guys. I want to do more lives. As soon as I get the chance, I want to talk to you guys. I want to answer really more questions or actually communicate with you guys a lot more. I just have so much to relay. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to do a live tomorrow. All right. God bless you guys.